On November 11th, 2022, in a house on Collinwood Road, Rome, Georgia, Brandon Christopher Reisner, 23, committed a horrific crime. He stabbed his lifelong friend, Aaron William Davis, 21, to death with 40 wounds. Instead of a friendly reunion, Brandon planned and executed the murder, then attempted to dismember the body, conceal it, and mislead police. The case concluded with a life sentence without parole for Reisner on July 18, 2024, leaving Aaron's family with indelible pain. In an upstairs bedroom, under the dim glow of a bedside lamp, Brandon Reisner stood watching Aaron Davis on the bed. Exhausted after consuming red wine and edible narcotics provided by Brandon, Aaron had fallen asleep. Without warning, Brandon drew a hidden kitchen knife and attacked. He stabbed 40 times, 6 to the head, 4 to the neck, 21 to the torso, 2 to the left arm, 7 to the right arm. Aaron bore no defensive wounds, indicating complete trust in his friend. Blood soaked the bedsheets, floor, and ceiling. Medical evidence later confirmed Aaron was alive for most of the assault, enduring agony until his heart stopped. Brandon's act of murder reflects a blend of premeditation and intense emotional state. According to Adrian Rain's 1997 study, violent offenders often exhibit reduced prefrontal cortex activity, linked to poor impulse control, especially at age 23, when the brain is not fully developed. Brandon's admitted use of alcohol and narcotics may have lowered inhibitions, as Alliant University's 2023 research notes that 65% of U.S. prisoners have substance use disorders tied to violence. Brandon's claim of a divine prophecy that God demanded he kill Aaron suggests delusional thinking, possibly tied to schizophrenia or another psychotic disorder, as per Fradilova, Seelin, and Shannon's 2024 study on the link between schizophrenia and violent crime. Brandon's exact motive remains unclear, but evidence points to premeditation. Assistant District Attorney Leah Mayo revealed that Brandon contemplated the murder since early fall 2022, viewing Aaron's visit as a sign of destiny while his parents were away. The prophecy claim suggests he was driven by grandiose delusions, seeking to assert power or control. Latent envy of Aaron, a successful, beloved friend, may have fueled the act as a means to destroy a symbol of what Brandon could not achieve. The absence of defensive wounds underscores the betrayal, with Aaron a victim of blind trust. After killing Aaron, Brandon did not panic. He dragged the body to the bathroom, attempting to dismember the abdomen and arm, but the dull knife allowed only the removal of part of Aaron's small intestine, which was never found. He wrapped the body in bedsheets, stuffed it into an old suitcase, and hauled it to Tumlin Drive Cemetery, burying it in a shallow hole left by an uprooted tree. Back home, Brandon scrubbed blood from the mattress, carpet, and ceiling, using copious cleaning agents. His phone logged over 20 searches: hydrochloric acid, Chattanooga blood cleanup services, how to drain a washing machine, and new bed sheets. He bought duct tape at Walmart to wrap the body and watched violent scenes from No Country for Old Men, as if studying manipulation. He noted a to-do list: vacuum, laundry, shower in a different bathroom, text Rachel that Aaron vomited and left. Brandon even posed as Aaron, texting Aaron's family and girlfriend to delay suspicion, and joined the search for Aaron's Prius, abandoned in a ditch near Heritage Park. Brandon's concealment efforts reveal a cold, calculated mind, contradicting claims of severe mental instability. Forensic psychology research indicates that offenders with antisocial traits often manipulate and remain calm post-crime, as Brandon did by impersonating Aaron and joining the search. His to-do list and online searches demonstrate planning ability, belying the image of a deranged individual. However, his fixation on details, like laundry and replacing sheets, aligns with reported OCD, as Hradilova, Seelin, and Shannon, 2024, note that OCD can coexist with other disorders in violent offenders. Searches for hydrochloric acid and references to Jeffrey Dahmer suggest an obsession with serial killers, possibly tied to narcissistic or antisocial personality disorders, as Brandon sought to emulate or surpass notorious murderers. On the morning of November 12th, police arrived at Reisner's home after finding Aaron's Prius in a ditch. Brandon repeated his story. Aaron got drunk, vomited, and left at midnight. But when police searched, they found a locked bedroom door, a strong chemical odor, and bloodstains across the floor.
Oh, my knees. Keep going. Hey, no, quick. Now. He jumped the fence, headed back towards Collinwood.
At the police station, Brandon remained silent, demanding a lawyer. Jeremy disclosed the location of Tumlin Drive Cemetery, where police found Aaron's body in a suitcase, wrapped in sheets. During transport, Brandon was eerily calm, even singing along to the radio, as his stepmother noted. Yet, his calm demeanor after capture, such as singing to the radio, indicates emotional detachment, a hallmark of antisocial personality disorder or psychopathy. His immediate request for a lawyer shows awareness of legal consequences, contradicting claims of insanity. Grandiose notes like, "I am the smartest man alive," suggest narcissistic personality disorder, as Alliant University, 2023, notes that offenders often seek recognition through their actions. Jeremy's hesitation reflects a psychological conflict between familial loyalty and horror at his son's crime, a common reaction among relatives of perpetrators. Brandon's motive shifted to self-preservation and maintaining an illusion of superiority. Fleeing was a last-ditch effort to evade consequences, but his swift surrender suggests recognition of futility. His calm demeanor and grandiose notes indicate he still sought a sense of power, even in capture, consistent with traits of personality disordered offenders. On July 18, 2024, Brandon faced Floyd County Court, charged with 12 counts, including malice murder, concealing a death, and theft. He pleaded guilty on June 20, 2024, after a 2023 mental evaluation deemed him competent for trial. At sentencing, Aaron's family voiced their anguish. Charlie Girl-Skinger wept, recounting their shattered dreams and her final kiss on Aaron's cold casket. Randy Davis called Brandon's betrayal irreparable. Sarah Davis described Micah's pain at losing his brother. Brandon's parents pleaded for mercy, citing his Tourette's, OCD, anxiety, and delusions, but Judge John Niedrock was unmoved. "Justice demands that Mr. Reisner be sentenced to life without parole," he declared, with additional penalties. 10 years for concealing a death, 3 years for abandoning a body, 10 years for theft, and 12 months for each misdemeanor. In a cell at Floyd County Jail, Brandon sits silently, his gaze vacant. He no longer writes music or notes, but the darkness in his mind persists. Brandon's silence may reflect acceptance or prolonged emotional detachment, as Hrdilo Vasilin and Shannon, 2024, note that violent offenders often lack lasting remorse. Ceasing music and note writing suggests he lost a stage for self-expression, critical for narcissistic personality disorder. However, his lack of visible emotion does not rule out ongoing internal struggles or delusions, especially if his reported mental disorders remain untreated, as Rain's 2014 research on biological abnormalities in violent offenders suggests. Brandon's motives are unclear post-sentencing, as he lost opportunities for manipulation or recognition. His silence and vacant stare may indicate an inward retreat, where he persists in delusions like the prophecy that once drove him. This aligns with Rain's 2014 findings that violent offenders with biological abnormalities may maintain psychological instability, even in confinement. Brandon Reisner's murder of Aaron Davis was a horrific betrayal, driven by a complex interplay of mental instability, premeditation, and obsession with violence. His motives, whether rooted in a delusional prophecy, envy of Aaron, or a thirst for power, remain partly elusive, but clearly stem from a convergence of biological, psychological, and situational factors. The life sentence without parole reflects the profound harm inflicted on Aaron's family, whose pain underscores an irreparable loss. This case serves as a stark warning of the consequences of untreated mental issues and the danger of a mind consumed by darkness.